What does it take for one artist to turn against one of the most celebrated icons in music? In the case of Jaguar Wright, the stakes couldn't be higher. She's calling out Beyoncé with claims so explosive they've rattled fans, insiders, and critics alike. But the real question is, why now? What was the spark that triggered Jaguar Wright to risk everything by targeting an industry giant with such bold accusations? In this video, we're tracing the moments that propelled Jaguar onto her current path, exploring her most unsettling revelations, and spotlighting the potent silence that Beyoncé herself maintains. Strap in, because if even half of these allegations hold water, we might be on the brink of seeing a side of fame that rarely makes headlines. To understand why anyone would dare to confront Beyoncé, it helps to know a bit about Jaguar Wright herself. She's not new to the music world, having shared stages and credits with prominent figures in the neo-soul and R&B genres. Over time, she earned a reputation for never holding back, openly criticizing what she viewed as corruption or exploitation in an industry known for secrecy. This transparency has drawn both applause and condemnation. Some see her as a gutsy whistleblower forcing uncomfortable truths into the light. Others consider her a firebrand who stirs up controversy for attention. Yet Jaguar never truly backs down. She's aired a variety of claims about powerful individuals, occasionally hitting a nerve and triggering a backlash. This history matters because, for Jaguar, going after Beyoncé isn't a casual choice. It marks a decisive turn from exposing mid-level figures to confronting someone perched at the very pinnacle of pop culture. Most fans know the music industry as a glamour machine, bright lights, sold-out tours, and multi-million-dollar deals. But behind the curtain lies a complex web of alliances, hush-hush contracts, and cutthroat power struggles. Careers can be made or broken by a single handshake in a private backroom. Jaguar has hinted for years that the same insiders appear over and over, controlling who rises, who falls, and how the entire system operates. In her view, it's less about pure talent and more about whose favor you can curry. According to her, challenging these gatekeepers is dangerous enough when you're dealing with record executives. But when you target a near untouchable star like Beyoncé, you're essentially declaring war on the establishment itself. That's why Jaguar's accusations feel so incendiary. She's not just offering up gossip about a celebrity's personal quirks. She's implying that Beyoncé stands at the center of a sprawling, carefully orchestrated network. Early on, Jaguar seemed reluctant to name names directly. But after encountering what she describes as intimidation tactics, she went public in a way that left no room for ambiguity. So what exactly flipped the switch? While concrete details are scarce, rumors suggest Jaguar stumbled across information linking Beyoncé's success to behind-the-scenes negotiations that would leave fans in shock. Maybe she overheard an incriminating conversation, or perhaps she witnessed something that stripped away the polished veneer. Others claim a direct confrontation sparked her decision, a warning or threat that only fueled her resolve. In any case, Jaguar's tone shifted from broad critiques of industry corruption to laser-focused scrutiny of Beyoncé. She began hinting that if fans knew the real story, they'd never see their idol the same way again. Controversial statements turned into pointed accusations, and soon the internet was buzzing with speculation. What exactly did Jaguar witness or learn that made her go after one of music's biggest names? It's no secret that Beyoncé's image is meticulously managed. Known for her dazzling performances and meticulous artistry, she's built a brand that rarely cracks under pressure. Critics say she's protected not just by loyal fans, often referred to as the Bayhive, but by powerful legal teams and an industry that sees her as vital to pop culture's bottom line. For Jaguar, this invulnerability has become a symbol of the bigger problems at play. She argues that Beyoncé's sweeping influence makes her nearly impervious to normal checks and balances. Whether that means shutting down rumors with confidentiality agreements or steering media narratives, the singer wields a level of power few can rival. According to Jaguar, once she understood the scope of that power, she felt compelled to speak out louder than ever, hoping at least some of her warnings would break through the starstruck awe surrounding Beyoncé's name. After deciding to speak, Jaguar released a torrent of allegations, painting a picture that goes far beyond standard celebrity gossip. She suggested that Beyoncé's public persona conceals a darker reality, involving clandestine deals, potential manipulations, and even whispers of occult practices. Those more bizarre claims might sound like internet conspiracy fodder, but Jaguar tied them to actual legal documents, specifically referencing a lawsuit filed by one of Beyoncé's former drummers who claimed psychological manipulation. Additionally, Jaguar raised questions about supposed family rifts, the role of various father figures in orchestrating stardom, and a culture of silence that punishes anyone who dares to speak up. To her supporters, these allegations are consistent with her history of exposing uncomfortable truths. To skeptics, they're the wild narratives of someone who knows how to capture public attention. Yet there's no denying that each new claim set off fresh debates online, with fans, foes, and curious onlookers trading theories on social media. While all this was swirling, Beyoncé herself remained characteristically quiet. She's known for rarely addressing controversies directly, preferring to let her work and charitable endeavors speak for her. However, some insiders suggest that private legal maneuvers went into motion, cease and desist letters, or behind-the-scenes warnings intended to silence the uproar. If these claims are true, they might have backfired, only sharpening Jaguar's resolve to keep talking. From the perspective of many Beyoncé fans, her silence is part of a long-standing approach. Don't feed rumors, and they'll eventually die down. Yet Jaguar interprets the hush as confirmation that powerful forces are working overtime to protect the star's pristine image. Whether that's legitimate, paranoid, or somewhere in between remains an open debate. But the fact that Beyoncé hasn't publicly addressed Jaguar's claims feeds the fire, leaving room for speculation to run wild. Jaguar's focus on Beyoncé also intersects with her broader campaign against other high-profile industry figures, particularly Diddy and Jay-Z. Over the last several months, Diddy has faced a slew of lawsuits that threaten to reveal how major deals were structured and whose interests were served. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's storied path from underground rapper to business mogul has attracted its share of rumors, many suggesting he knows exactly how to navigate these circles of power. According to Jaguar, these figures aren't operating in isolation. She insists that high-level introductions and hidden alliances pave Beyoncé's way to megastardom. If any of Diddy's or Jay-Z's controversies lead to full-blown court cases, it's possible that testimony or discovery could shed light on who pulled the strings behind Beyoncé's unstoppable climb. Naturally, this idea sets imaginations ablaze. How many other big names might be involved? And how deep do these alliances go? When accusations are this incendiary, it's no surprise the reactions have been intense. A subset of listeners champions Jaguar, calling her a lone voice unmasking an entertainment empire. They argue she's proven right about other insiders in the past, so why not now? Others remain deeply skeptical, pointing out the lack of visible evidence and the wild nature of some claims. Entertainment outlets are cautious, often framing Jaguar's statements as alleged or unverified. Yet social media platforms light up with each new rumor, reflecting a growing appetite for behind-the-scenes revelations. Some fans can't imagine anything undermining Beyoncé's legacy, while others wonder if these stories hint at a deeper truth. In a space where illusions and brand management go hand in hand, the mere possibility of a darker side to Beyoncé's success keeps viewers riveted. The key question is whether Jaguar's claims will ever see the inside of a courtroom or a public forum with real investigative weight. Much of the music industry's power hinges on confidentiality, settlements, non-disclosure agreements, and a culture that discourages people from stepping out of line. If more insiders decide to speak up, or if Diddy's legal troubles spiral into a broader takedown, we could witness revelations that reshape how fans perceive not just Beyoncé, but the entire ecosystem of star-making. Until that happens, Jaguar's words hover in a gray area of rumor, fear, and fascination. She's proven unafraid to name names, and there's little sign she'll let up. For her part, Beyoncé continues to shine on stage, release music, and project an aura of unbothered confidence. Whether that aura is the mark of innocence or a carefully crafted defensive strategy is the question at the heart of this standoff. So, what truly triggered Jaguar Wright's bold offensive against Beyoncé? By her own account, it's the collision of personal encounters, unsavory industry revelations, and a moral imperative to expose what she believes is a hidden empire. Whether you see Jaguar as a beacon of truth or simply stirring controversy, there's no denying she's challenging a force with massive cultural influence. In an industry where silence often keeps wheels greased and reputations spotless, her public stance is nothing short of explosive. Is this the beginning of a wider reckoning that will pull back the curtain on how celebrity myths are built and protected? Or will these claims fade into the swirl of internet chatter? For now, the music world waits and watches as one determined whistleblower continues to lob accusations at a superstar who rarely looks down from her throne. If there's one certainty, it's that this battle, fought with innuendo, rumors, and the occasional legal whisper, is far from over. And if Jaguar Wright has anything left to share, the next chapter could be even more revealing.